I have some schnapps. We will play a game. Hi there, Dick Allgire. It's January, and that means the Davos Conference. World administrators meeting to outline the plans for keeping us, landless peasants, operating under their rules. It's a neo-feudal system. Klaus Schwab opened the conference, and I was wondering in his opening remarks, might he use terms like global, inclusive, sustainable? Well, let's play a drinking game. You take a shot every time you hear the term diversity, inclusive, sustainable, global. Or don't forget carbon emissions and net zero economy. All right, let's get started. Take it away, Klaus.
We must reinvigorate global economic growth and make it more robust, more resilient, more inclusive, and more sustainable. And at the same time, we must accelerate the transition to a net zero economy.
Inspiring greeting from Klaus Schwab. He introduced Xi Jinping, the president of the People's Republic of China. Xi says there are a number of things we need to do to implement this new global feudal society.
The first is to step up macroeconomic policy coordination and jointly promote strong, sustainable, balanced and inclusive growth of the world economy.
Now, I don't want to make light of this, nor do I want to get inebriated just yet. So enough of the drinking game. Let's take this seriously. These men are delivering an important message. They are outlining the future of the world, and you should listen very carefully to what they're saying.
No two leaves in the world are identical, and no histories, cultures, or social systems are the same. The different histories, cultures, and social systems are as old as human societies, and they are the inherent features of human civilization. There will be no human civilization without diversity.
Xi tells us diversity is a good thing. Hey, we all have our own culture, history, and social systems, but don't let those things get in the way of the new global system.
And such diversity will continue to exist for as long as we can imagine. Difference in itself is no cause for alarm. What does ring the alarm is arrogance, prejudice, and hatred.
But how do we solve the world's problems? Well, by inclusion and consensus, by following international law.
We should stay committed to international law and international rules instead of seeking one's own supremacy. Ancient Chinese believed that the law is the very foundation of governance. International governance should be based on the rules and consensus reached among us, not on the order given by one or the few. The Charter of the United Nations is a basic and universally recognized norms governing state-to-state relations. Without international law and international rules that are formed and recognized by the global community, the world may fall back to the law of the jungle.
No, we don't want to go back to jungle law. We want global governance, international law by consensus.
We need to be resolute in championing the international rule of law and steadfast in our resolve to safeguard the international system centered around the UN and the international order based on international law.
Later this week, John Kerry, who is Dear Father's cabinet-level climate advisor, will announce new cooperation with China on our new climate-friendly economy. Here's a preview of that.
We need to deliver on the Paris Agreement on climate change and promote green development. We need to give continued priority to development, implement the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, and make sure that all countries, especially developing ones, share in the fruits of global development.
Americans are going to wake up one day soon and go, what the hell happened? What you're hearing, announced by the Davos folks this week, this has been planned for decades. You are seeing the rollout of, well, I don't want to say new world order, but the new era of global governance by consensus under international law. That's why dear Father Biden was installed as president. He's getting right to work on it. So it is going to be administered on the blockchain, and it might be a good idea to learn about the new financial system. You've heard of Bitcoin, right? You know Bitcoin. Do you know about Ethereum? What about the Ethereum DeFi network? Do you know what Chainlink is? Have you heard of Theta? Polkadot? Hedera Hashgraph? Don't worry, folks. Tom Brady is going back to the Super Bowl, so everything's great. America is stronger than ever.